what are some practices that e-commerce businesses should implement or put in place to just track inventory across multiple sales channels?
We always recommend working with an inventory management system. If you're really small and just starting out, that might not be reasonable for you yet. So really solid processes around tracking everything in spreadsheets is going to be important. But I think as you scale up, you find really quickly that the amount of time you're spending maintaining those spreadsheets or even like manually updating inventory levels within Shopify or something like that is going to get really time consuming. And so you're not ending up saving on that cost of an inventory management system. When you do decide to go with an inventory management system, it's really important to get an expert implementer. And some companies have those within, like they'll assign you an implementation team or an implementation expert. Oftentimes you'll have to see someone or get someone involved who's like an independent contractor who specializes in implementing that type of inventory system. But it's really important to work with somebody who knows all the details and can really set it up to work with your specific business. Like some people are doing light manufacturing, some people do landed costs, some people do buy costs. Um, some people are paying vendor deposits, some people are on net terms. So you really want the setup to be specific to how your business runs. And for that person to also help train your internal team to keep it maintained going forward. Um, Really, you can pay for the best inventory system in the world, and if your team isn't updating things appropriately, receiving the POs, things like that, doing the inventory counts, it won't do you any good because the information in there won't be trustworthy. And then the third piece of that, I would say, is make sure you're working with your accountants. Get that implementation expert connected with your accountants so that you guys can discuss the best way to set up the system. If you're doing some kind of integration with the accounting, which we always recommend being very, very careful before connecting any kind of integration because you don't want it pushing through a lot of bad data into your accounting. Um, and so, yeah, just a lot of communication, a lot of preparation, get yourself set up on the right foot to begin with, and have your team trained to maintain that over time.